Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today we're talking about how we can spray with the Pasture. We're doing a full video on how we hook up the spray to our tractor, how we mix the chemicals in our tractor, and how we actually go and spray the Pasture. So, alright guys, let's get to it. Alright, so first thing we gotta do is we gotta take off any attachments that we've been using on the tractor first, which we've had the bale spear. We're gonna take this off. So that's the first thing we're gonna do.
I'm just gonna roll it out of the way. You don't hurt yourself moving this stuff around. We put it on these dollies. It makes it really easy to move around.
Alright, that's the first thing we did, is we just clip this on so far.
And you have to adjust this bar to make sure you want your sprayer to be level.
Alright, so far we did that clip and then did that clip right there, and then we got this metal bar right here that is adjustable by spinning in the middle, and we just clamped it on just like that. So far that's what we've done to hooking it up. Alright, so we're gonna make sure we put this chain here on the bottom right here, and then when we put this thing on, we're gonna pull this thing back until it clicks in. Alright, so we got all this hose here. We don't want it dragging on the ground, so we're gonna hook it up right here. Alright, so what we did, recap here, is we hooked these up first. Okay, we got one bolt there and one right there, one clamp there. That was the first thing we did. Second thing we did, got this middle bar in here. It comes from here, it folds down, and then we adjust this by spinning it. Alright, and then this piece right here, it hooks up that. So when you push this thing on, you want to make sure you got the chain underneath here so this thing's spinning, doesn't spin. And then we pull this thing back till it locks into place. If you got extra hose on the ground, if you got extra long hose, you want to attach it to something right there. So all right, let's go get this thing filled up. I'm gonna start off by putting some water in here. So we want like 20 gallons per acre.
Spraying 2 acres, just
so
a
we're
small
gonna
little
put
pasture.
40 gallons of water in here.
Yeah. We put in a little extra just to spray some of the other stuff around here, but that pasture would be 40 gallons.
Here on the front of the sprayer we have a gauge, so I'm gonna fill it up to about 40.
So this is the herbicide we're going to put on here. This is for like broadleaf weeds. The grass is already coming in. We don't want to kill that. All we want to do is just kill the weeds. So amine, there's 2,4-D, commonly known as 2,4-D. That's the main chemical, but it's just the brand or the name of this happens to be amine. So and this goes on 1 quart per acre. So we're gonna be spraying about 2 acres, so we're going to put 2 quarts of this in our water. And I always put gloves on when I'm working with these chemicals. I have a 1 quart container to measure this in, but Can't find it, so I'm using this one. I'll have to put 2 of these in here. These are 16 ounces and a quart's 32, but we're just going to put this in here. Put this in here in the water, sort of just rinse it out. Put a little bit of a surfactant in here. Surfactant, basically what that does, that just helps the chemical adhere to the weeds. So it just doesn't run off as well. It sort of breaks down the viscosity, I guess, of the water a bit, so it just adheres a little bit better to the weeds. So we're just going to put, now this varies. If you look at the instructions on this, it says anywhere from, for 100 gallons, anywhere from 1 to 4 pints with this type of herbicide. So we're just going to go, since we've only got roughly half of that, we can go anywhere from a half to 2. So we're just going to go with about half of a pint, just enough to sort of break up the help it stick to the weeds just a little bit better. So we're going to go with about a half pint of this in here.
Got the chemical and the water filled up. We're going to go ahead to the pasture.
Well, just give you an overview of the sprayer a little bit. This is 100 gallons. It's a Wiley sprayer. We've had this for probably 10 years. Never had a bit of trouble with it. It's a good sprayer. The way this thing is set up, there's 3 ways to spray out of this sprayer. One is this boom. We're going to set that up now. Set this boom feet wide. So this you can keep a fence. This is used for like a fence nozzle. So it sprays about 2 feet out to the right-hand side. So when you're going down a fence line, you don't have to get that close to it. But this puts out a lot more gallons per minute than these small ones do, so you need to take that into consideration when you're figuring out how much liquid you want to put in here. This thing will spray 20 to 30 feet each side, but it doesn't work too good in a windy condition, obviously. So we use this one that's down lower because it has less impact on the wind.
We got these 3 valves here that can control each 3 of the different sprayers, right? So if you flip this on, it's going to turn one of these on. Exactly.
This is for the boom, so you can just turn this on for that.
That's for the whole lower piece.
Right. This is for that one center nozzle in the back. You can turn that on. This way the pump will push the pesticide through this hose that goes to that spray back there. This one, it'll put the pump pushes it through this hose, which goes to the boom, and then this is the valve for the wand. Yep. Now this little thing right here, it adjusts the pressure of the that's in the line. Let me just get this thing started. So you can see right now the pressure in the whole system is 0 because the pump is not pumping. So to turn that on, we turn on the PTO, engage the PTO, and then push down on this. And then if we look back here, we'll see that the pump is spinning now. You can see that. And you can see the pressure went from 0 to about 50 psi. So this is about where you want the psi. To have the right pressure coming out of there, because the lower the pressure, the lower amount of pesticide you're putting out. The higher the pressure, the more you're going to be pushing out. So 50 psi is about right. You'll notice when you turn something on, the pressure is going to drop a little bit here. The pressure is the pressure you've got with something spraying. So it'll be a little bit higher when there's nothing being sprayed.
All right, so we're not going to turn this thing on until we're moving, because if we turn this thing on, it's just going to be shooting out a bunch of chemical in one spot. So once we're ready to start moving, we're going to turn this thing on. And while we're spraying, we also use face masks, long sleeve shirts and pants, and goggles, because you don't really want this stuff on you. All right, so a couple things to keep in mind is the speed. So you don't want to be going too fast or too slow. and also the distance, how high that boom is off the ground. All right. So I mean, it's about walking pace. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. I think that about wraps it up for the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if it was helpful, thanks for watching.